Hey guys, it's entrenched here once again. This time I'll be bringing you yet another Total War Warhammer online battle commentary. I've been doing the quick tips in the minute videos, and I realized that a minute is actually not enough to give you guys some in-depth tips, so I'm changing it to quick tips in minutes. So I have a little bit for a longer time to explain some of the things that I want to explain, because I received feedback that in the previous videos, the tips that I gave is very summarized and it's not really in depth, so I'm be changing that. But coming back here, I'm playing as the Empires over here against the Dwarfs, and you can see this Dwarven player has brought the artillery, which I don't blame him for bringing it, but he is on a hill over here and he's gonna camp. But yeah, the classic hill camper artillery. He has 2 units of organ guns and has about 7 units of long beards, as well as a couple of miners with blasting charges. This guy is pretty deadly if you bunch up your units, and 3 units of quarrelers and a unit of slayer. Here's the general here as well. And he's just gonna sit on top of here. I'll show you guys what build I have. So I have Karl Franz. He's on a unit of cavalry. Some of you might ask, why the hell don't you put him on the flying mount? A couple of reasons: because you can't land them manually, and in order to prevent general sniping, you can actually put him on a horse to prevent enemy flying units from attacking your own mounted general that is on the flying unit. So just a small little tip over there for you guys, especially against the vampires. You want your general on a cav, if possible. Put him in your army so that the enemy has a harder time targeting your general with spells. But with the new patch coming in, spells will have less effect. They're kind of nerfing it. In the patch notes, I'll be providing you guys with a video for that in just in the next couple of videos. I have 2 units of outriders over here. A rifleman on horse, they're hidden. A unit of demigryph knights, very strong. 3 units of crossbowmen, a witch hunter. I actually have 4 units of crossbowmen, sorry, a witch hunter, and 5 units of great swords. I didn't bring any spears because against a dwarf, they don't have any cavalry, so you want to be more you want to bring units that are more maneuverable, so to outflank his defensive position, because the dwarfs are very good at holding the line. As you can see, he has set up his camp on the hill and is begin firing his organ guns. He's gonna fire at my cav, which is good. I don't want him firing at my general, which is why I'm putting him over here behind some line of sight blockers so that he don't get fired upon. And I'm gonna push up over here, try and take his general is kind of open, so I'm gonna do what most people would do, is just try to shoot him out, put accusation on him. But his has a magic resistance, so spells don't work as well against the dwarf compared to other units. And I'm gonna start pushing up my ranged units over here, try to set up a position against a entrenched enemy like that. You want to plan your attack properly. You don't want to just send your units one by one in. You want to send them all together in a coordinated assault to maximize the impact that you have, because if you just send them in one by one, he's gonna just crush them because of his superior numbers in his entrenched position. So you want to take out the enemy missile troops first in a battle like that where he's entrenched, and once you take out his missile troops, you are free to maneuver around his army much easier. So you can see I'm using my crossbowmen against his quarrelers. His quarrelers are kind of more superior compared to mine, but with focus fire I'm able to target it down by quite a bit. You want to focus fire your missile units if your enemy has superior missile units, so you get the advantage. I also have my outriders over here flanking and shooting into him because he's not countering it. His quarrelers are busy shooting my crossbowmen, which I don't really mind losing some of them because they are cheaper. And Because of my missiles firing at his missiles, it gives me time to push out my great swords to engage his line. From what I've said just now, again, you want to have a coordinated assault into his entrenched position, so that he can't send reinforcements to, like, let's say you attack his right flank only, he can send reinforcements from his left flank. But if you attack all at once, he's held up in his position and he can't reinforce. So he's gonna push up his miners with blasting charges here. These guys are pretty deadly in a blobbed up fight, but you can see I pushed out my great swords over here to engage his long beards. My great swords are gonna win pretty easily. He didn't get the downhill charge because he's in an entrenched position, so I get the charge in. Quite a pity because he has the hill advantage. If he had charged downhill, it would give him a little bit more advantage. I popped my general's ability. You always want to use your general's ability when you can, just before your men hit the main line of your enemy. Sending my Demigryph Knights as well. Not really a smart move by me, because you want to send them in via the flanks, but because this is at the end of the map, I can't really do that, so I have no choice but to send them in straight. But they are doing pretty well, although they took quite a lot of damage. You can see his organ guns didn't do much because they are blocked by the line of sight. They are obstructed, as you can see, and their lord has died as well from my witch hunter. So he didn't really do much with this position that he had. He didn't have time to use his artillery efficiently. I lost quite a bit of my crossbowmen, but they're pretty cheap, and they bought me time for my lines to close in against his army. Now I'm sending Karl Franz in on the cavalry, and he's doing quite well. Over here he has his miners with blasting charge. He's gonna throw his blasting charge on his own men as well. We both take quite a lot of damage, him and my men both. And I still have my outriders here providing fire support for my men. So against an army which is against a more defensive army like this Dwarven player, you wanna move up fast so that the time you take to move into position, you want it to be as quick as possible to reduce the artillery fire that your enemy brought. So you want to move your army in fast. Not necessarily attack him fast, but move your army in position to set up the attack, so that the artillery fire you take is minimized. And artillery is pretty expensive in this game, so if you can minimize the damage that he caused with his artillery, then your army numbers should be able to win his entrenched position. If you plan a coordinated assault like what I explained, use your general's ability, keep your general alive, don't let it get sniped by the enemy artillery, and you'll be fine, even if your enemy has a superior terrain advantage. So maximize the use of your troops, send them in together, and at the end of the day you win against a defensive army, because having the offensive army, being offensive gives you the advantage of being able to position your army around, give you time to position your army to overlap his army, even if he has a superior terrain. So here are the stats. You can see the Karl Franz did pretty well, the Witch Hunter did pretty well as well, but the Great Swords are the ones that did the most work. My crossbowmen did good as well, as you can see. So overall, my army consists of pretty high quality units mixed in with some cheap missiles. So against a Dwarven player, you want to have cavalry, have some sort of cavalry to maneuver around his flanks. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care guys, bye.